Hey everyone, good morning. I'm still waiting for my guest, Kevin's Cryptos. I'm not sure if he's going to show up or not. He's been asking me to book and then trying to find a way for this to work out for, I don't know, weeks now. And we finally scheduled this a couple weeks ago and maybe he just forgot or maybe he slept in. I'm not quite sure. So until he gets here, I figured I would show up anyway, hang out with you guys, see if there's anything that you want to talk about, and give Kevin some time to show up. If you're on Twitter, do me a favor and ping the shit out of him. Let him know that we're waiting for him here, because he is the one who has been asking to learn about HEX. So I prepared some information for him. Really more going over some of the information from the layperson's guide to the HEX Smart Contract that I readapted from Kyle's earlier work to exclude the information that was no longer relevant from the launch phase to make it easier for people. But yeah, so I don't know where Kevin is, guys, and no questions or comments in the stream. So before we started, I was preparing some of the numbers. I guess I'll share my screen. I'll share this document screen. This is from the layperson's guide to the HEX Smart Contract. So I was going over to update what the numbers would be, and I haven't completed all of the updates. Hi, Northernmost Hexer. So I haven't completed all of the updates on what these numbers would look like today, but I have completed them for some of the assets in this chart. So I'll share those with you guys. So where $1,000 invested in Bitcoin on December 22nd, 2019 would have been on the day that I created this document would have been $3,217. Today, it would be $6,333.10. That's a huge investment. That's a huge, return on investment in a short period of time. It's nothing to be scoffed at, right? So the next one that I did was Ethereum. If you put $1,000 in on December 22nd, 2019, as the document shows, on the 1 year later, you would have had $4,932.50, which is an even better investment. Today, you would have $24,160.75. Wow. Okay. The next one I didn't finish link yet. Tesla, I did complete. So $1,000 on December 22nd, 2019 would have been on 1 year later would have been $7,490.20. Today it would be $9,362.55. Hey, Scott, you're not the only one watching. Actually, it looks like there's several other people watching. Maybe I have it on 2 different YouTubes and it's only showing, from my view, it shows 4. And then I don't think that I see anybody who may be watching live on Periscope from Twitter. So I'm not sure, but hey, if you are watching, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It really helps the algorithm and boosts my confidence. So yeah, smash the likes, please, guys. Okay. So the last one is that I'm gonna do today is I showed in the chart that had you bought HEX on December 22nd, 2019, 1 year later, your HEX investment would have been worth $37,504.38. Today, that would be worth $408,800.89. So yeah, no, Scott, I know you weren't trying to be rude. I was just letting you know that there may be a couple of other people viewing who just, I don't know, you don't see for some reason. Anyway, so those were the updated numbers that I thought were really interesting to share. Wow, so HEX has always been a really top performer. I can't believe how much it's gone up since December 22nd, 2020, so less than a year. It's gone from $37,500 for $1,000 investment a year before to over $400,000 today. And all of that is assuming that you were holding it liquid the entire time and not collecting any interest. It also doesn't take into account any transaction fees that you might have occurred. I was just trying to keep the math really simple and not include too many variables for different things. It is. It's up and to the right. All right. Well, so I don't know if you guys are on Twitter and you're pinging Kevin, let me know. But since he's not here, I'll just go over a couple of the points that I like to bring up for people who have been really reticent to accept it and really critical. And kind of just a really brief introduction. Not that many of you need that, but maybe there are some people watching this from Twitter or at some point who are unfamiliar with the product. So I'm just going to go over it briefly. And feel free to drop anything that you want to see, up on the screen in the comments. I'll be paying attention, or anything if you have specific questions that you'd like to see addressed, even if they're about other, crypto things. Let me know. I'll do my best to answer. Cool. Sound good, everyone? All right. Okay. So I like to say, HEX is cool because it is yep. Here we go. HEX Tech. All right. So HEX is cool because it's a CD. It's a certificate of deposit with a high yield of return that's on the blockchain. The smart contract is totally complete. So it's not it's not like something that people have to continually improve for it to work. It's done. That's one thing that I have always really liked about it. I'm not waiting. I'm not betting on the ability of the team to complete a product because the product is complete itself. So yeah, I appreciate that. Let's see what else. It's got a fixed annual inflation. So a lot of people really don't hear my mom saying we really need to find me an awesome throne. I don't know if you guys remember this, but a while ago, who was it? Bitfinesse had said, hey, you really need a new chair because that yellow one washes you out. And I posted a bunch of examples, and the ones that you guys liked best and the ones that I liked best were all really expensive. I mean, over $1,000 or $2,000. And I can't take that away from my T-shares just yet, guys. At least not before the snapshot. Okay. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, it's a fully finished financial product with no promises. Yeah, that's amazing. The only thing that HEX promises that it can return in is HEX. And that's because it can. And that there's no guarantee that HEX is going to increase in value or purchasing power, but you will certainly get back more HEX than you would when you put in. That's a guarantee. So I love that. I love that about it. Okay. The Staker app is really cool. Yeah, it can be expensive, to do your especially larger stakes. I think that the fee caps out at $200 for a stake. But it's a lot more secure than Metamask. It's a lot easier to use. And, when you're making large stakes, you probably want to have the best security that you possibly can. And even if you don't want to pay for those extra, for the Staker app, you can, you can just use it to track your Metamask so that how your stakes are doing, what they're like, what your value would be if you were to cash out right then, an early end stake. Not that any of us here would ever want to do that, right? It's a cool tool. I like it. I was going to go over T-shares and how burned HEX works and then burned T-shares work, but Kevin's not here, so how is it more secure than MetaMask? Well, MetaMask has all kinds of problems. They've been documented lately, and there are a lot of people who have complained about user error. So the best people to answer this kind of question would be Steph and Firebun. And maybe, Steph sent me a message this week. So maybe I'll ask Steph if he can come on soon, or if anybody sees him, or if he's active in Telegram, wants to let him know that I'm alone here and and or Firebun. And if one of them wants to jump on, I'll send them a link. Because I don't think that I can really adequately explain that, but I do know that that is kind of what is going around. Yeah. And it is a good question. And I would like to be able to address it, and I'd like to be able to address it fully and completely and correctly. And I don't think that I can do that alone. So yeah. I like that you can leave yourself money in the future. I like that HEX disincentivizes trading because of the staking, or incentivizes better behavior with like staking. So like you can be, obsessed with your HEX balance and how much your net worth has increased or decreased. But when you're locked into a certain time frame, I think that you're less likely to care about that kind of thing. Like, because you're like, well, it doesn't matter because I'm not cashing it out today. I'm cashing it out in 5 years or in 2 years or in 15 years. So you guys, some of you know that like a big part of the reason why my last very serious relationship ended was because my boyfriend was like obsessed with his net worth and was always checking CoinMarketCap and like always trading, always doing research. Well, HEX can actually solve that problem. I know that I am not the only person whose relationship has been negatively impacted and even ended because of cryptocurrency. So maybe there are some other people who can relate to that. I also like living my life and going out and doing things and not necessarily worrying what's the price of crypto doing, what's going on in crypto right now. It is now what I worry about with Staker app is Google. Okay, is that because Staker app is available on Google Play? So, or in the Google App Store. And so you're worried that like they may have to disclose information about the holders. I guess, I think that that's probably a concern with like any wallet that you can download from the App Store or Google Play. But and it could also be that it gets removed, because there have been wallets before where they've said that and then Google has removed that app. But these are all really amazing questions that we should talk to Steph or Firebun or someone else who's a representative, and I'll do my best to get those answers this week so that I can address them maybe on Wednesday night. By the way, guys, I'm really excited because I don't know. So some of you, I don't know if you remember or not, but okay, here we go. I feel like Google can see anything I do on my phone. They can anyway, right? Yeah, I only use hardware wallets. That's a smart way. To go. HEX Tech. Okay, so I want to show you guys why I'm really excited about Wednesday. So I don't know if you remember, but a while ago I proposed the idea that I do a stream or a segment or something, because like I'm doing 2 streams a week, so maybe change one from building bridges or continue building bridges, but just have it be a segment that I do occasionally on the stream, and it's called For Queens Only, and anyone who identifies as a queen can come on the show, but must wear a crown that I will purchase for that guest. So I finally have someone who has taken me up on that offer, and it's going to be Wednesday at my normal streaming time, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. It is Elsa Schneider, the queen of Chainlink. So I'm really, really excited to have Elsa on. She picked out a crown on Amazon. She purchased the crown. I then sent her, we're still going through this process, but I am sending her the value of the crown that she purchased in HEX. So she'll have that HEX then now. And so that's really exciting. I am looking forward to doing that stream. I think it's going to be a fun little segment. I hope that you guys like it and so that we can continue it. It definitely also jives with the theme of like building bridges, because Elsa, hey, hang on one second. Sophia, do you want to go get your crown and come talk to me in 1 minute on the camera? Okay, go get your crown. That's my daughter. She's gonna come on. Nerd kid. So I'm really looking forward to it. Elsa's always been like really, there have been, Link Marines who were like, oh, what about me buying some HEX? And Elsa has been like, well, there's no reason why you can't hold more than one asset, and has never been really negative. I like her personally. I think we're going to have a fun time. I hope you'll all join in. And And yeah, I think that would be great. Thank you for the compliment, Lassie. Nice crown. Thank you. So here's the thing. HEX and Pulls are the best, right? So yeah, I think there's a lot of people who feel that way. I'm among those people, but we're going to need to have things like, applications built on top of Pulse. And one of those like really useful applications is that Chainlink Oracle. So having that relationship having a relationship with Elsa doesn't change anything about a relationship with Chainlink, but how the communities feel about each other can impact whether or not a token or a project will choose to launch on the technology. So, at least having that conversation, I think, will be really useful. A throne is a must. It is now. Yes, a throne is a must. I agree. I've actually got a friend who's really good at like finding stuff at thrift stores and like refinishing it and, salvaging stuff, kind of looking for that too, so that I can customize one. But yeah, I'm working on it. I wore this crown today because it matches my dress. And this dress I wore in my like fashion montage video before the HEX Vegas conference, but then I didn't wear it in Vegas, even though this is the one that Kareem was like, I gotta see this dress. This one's my favorite. But this crown kind of matches it. And then also because I'm kind of feeling like evilish today because of my fight on Twitter. So I was like, well, maybe I'll wear the evil crown, the evil queen crown. I don't know, just kind of to be funny. I'm waiting for my daughter now. I'm still waiting on Kevin. I think he must have just forgotten. I should probably make sure that I talk to people the day before the stream to ensure that they, remember and are still coming. But yeah, Wednesday, I'm really excited. I've got other exciting things planned coming up in the future for you all. So I'm looking forward to all of that. Let's see. On last Wednesday night, I had Ryan Calder on, and he had some criticisms about HEX and about Richard that I'd never heard before. I've been getting a lot of messages and, and pings on Twitter asking whether I'd like dug into that and what I was willing to share about that. And right now I'm still working on like the game plan and the strategy so that I can make sure that I represent it in like the most fair, even, and impartial way possible. And as soon as I have more information to share, I'm going to be sharing it with you, of course. So here's my daughter. And hey, baby, can you come here? So this is Nerd Kid. And I invited her on right now because I saw her, and because my show is about building bridges. That's the title of it, right? And Sophia and I, we kind of got into a fight last night. Yeah. So I wanted to build a bridge with her. So what did we get into a fight about?
I forgot.
Okay. So we were playing Minecraft, and do you remember?
No, I remember.
And we were in a cave that Sophia found, and there was a witch, and I had just died. So I was like back at our home, collecting the stuff that we needed, like, and dropping some stuff off so my inventory wasn't so full. And she was like, bring your bed, you got to move into this cave. And that's something that we do sometimes so that we can go back and forth more easily. Like, she stays at our home and I put my spawn point in the cave. But so she got mad at me because the witch, she was like, the witch, would you remember? You want to share?
I was in the cave and I didn't have any torches and I was scared and I went into an unexplored part of the cave. I went into the dark part and then I didn't see a witch, so I was just hanging in the corner, and then it attacked me with like a poison potion or something.
So then she was like, Mom, no, she was like, hurry, bring your bed. And I was like, hang on, I'm getting my stuff. And she's like, hurry, a witch is killing me. And I'm like, I'm coming. And then she's like, I'm dead. And then so I stopped trying to hurry because I thought it was too late, but she wasn't dead yet. And then she got really mad at me when she actually did die because I didn't make it back to the cave. And she was being really mean to me. And I was like, hey, Sophia, you can't be mean to me when we're playing games. And then she got mad and she went in the other room and wouldn't talk to me. So I don't know. I wanted to talk about it and make up with you because I don't like fighting with you, of course. So, and build a bridge together. So, how do you feel about it?
It's fine. I still play Minecraft though.
Well, yeah, but you gotta be less mean to me.
Okay, I got anger issues.
You get those from Dad.
Yeah, I know. He's really mean.
He's not mean. He has some issues. He gets mad sometimes,
He
huh?
needs a therapist.
Okay, so Sophia.
What?
Okay, first of all, will you apologize for being mean to me?
Sorry, Mommy. I'm sorry I was being mean.
Okay, and will you build the bridge with me? Okay, let me wrap this up.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk about my obsession with chickens.
Your obsession with chickens? No, that's for another time. All right, so here we go. We've got somewhat of an answer for somewhat of an answer for something that came up earlier, which was about Metamask security. So is Staker app more secure than Metamask? Metamask is definitely not secure. Malware can steal the private key. In fact, we've seen that happen before with people who are using Brave browser. So hardware key is the minimum bar for any real amount of money. Yes. Cool glasses, nerd kid. Yep, I wore those last week and she looks even better in them than me for sure. The nerd girl pump in progress. Yeah, it happens, right, guys? Okay, well, so I guess Kevin's not showing up today. Is there anything else that you guys would like to see me address this morning or talk about, like before I just like wrap this up for the day? I mean, I know that it was short, but yeah, here we go. My friends and I did a bet on the MetaMask airdrop, so made a bunch of wallets just in case. Okay. Staker is much less vulnerable than MetaMask, but not as good as a hardware wallet. However, Gnosis wallet in Staker can be as secure as a hardware wallet. Steph and company are working on exposing the additional security. Yep, that's true. In fact, that's what Steph and I were talking about this week. So yeah, let's keep helping them and supporting the progress that Staker app is making. So why are hardware wallets more secure? Because then your private keys are like stored in a device that's totally off of the internet. So I mean, I guess it's not like MetaMask has your private keys anyway, but it's a good question. That would be a great question to ask Mind Your Biz, who I used to do a Monday night stream with, and who I've had on this show before. His name's Seth Estrada. He can like really break down the security issues. And he's actually not a fan of hardware wallets. Oh, there we go. Because your private keys are never exposed to the web. Still, I would like to see Seth explain why he doesn't like hardware wallets. That would be an interesting conversation for a lot of people. MetaMask has private key online. I'm not so sure about that. There's my mom saying 47 cents. What was it when we started the stream? 45. We've gone up 2 cents. Woo! All right. So wait. So 47 cents means like all-time highs, right? Or was all-time high 49 cents? I'm not sure. In any case, the price is pumping, and that's great news for all-time high 48.8. Okay, so that's great news for anyone who I don't know, holds HEX, and probably bad news for anyone who doesn't hold HEX and gives them even more reason to hate it, because that's really the reason, isn't it? All right, so yeah, nerd girl, I want to hear why he doesn't like hardware wallet and what he likes instead. Totally agree. Actually, so Seth is now working with me at LDA, so I have even more access to his brain. So let me see if I can get him to come on and talk about that sometime, or maybe potentially even do his own, episode about it. So, all right, guys, not tons more questions. So I want to thank you all for being here this morning, or whatever time it is for you. I would like to invite you all to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Please come back and join Elsa and I, Queen Elsa of Lincolndale, on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific for Crowns only, or for Queens only. Yeah, you guys are awesome, and I'll see you soon. And hey, give Kevin a hard time on Twitter if you see him around. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.